Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Bacon, and I'm here to talk to you about something I feel very passionate about, which is gun control laws. I believe we have a lot of work to do in our country when it comes to gun control laws and trying to take more control over it. I think about back when I was a kid and always seeing the news that's on and that there's um, a mass shooting, just some type of violence and guns always being involved. I just don't understand why everybody wants to kill each other and why you get that mad. There's so many other outlets or resolutions that we could come to instead of using that type of violence and using guns the way they shouldn't be used to kill each other. God gave us this great gift of life, and we all need to cherish it and appreciate it a little more and think of others. So we need to do something about gun control. It seems year by year to get worse as far as what's on the media, anyways, and even involving children. There's been multiple school shootings, mass shootings where young lives and even kids, little kids, are dying because of someone that was using a gun. Now, you may all say, well, guns don't kill people, people kill people, which you can go by that theory, but there's things that play into that of why they shoot that gun. And I'm a mother of 2 kids, and so this is something I'm just very passionate about, of trying to do something to control guns a little more in our country and save some lives. I want to be able to know my kids can go to school safely and not worry about something as a mass shooting and someone walking in there and their lives being taken. So there's 3 main topics regarding gun control laws that I want to discuss. So one of them is mental illness. So mental illness, I do feel plays a huge part, and as far as a lot of the mass shootings that happen. Did you know actually about 60% of mass shooters have a history of serious mental disorders, and 2/3 have never even been diagnosed. And then you have many situations where there were ones that were diagnosed or were treated, and their doctor or psychologist didn't take any action on the things that they were seeing from their patients or the behaviors. And if they would have, that could have saved lives. Some examples is James Holmes. He killed 12 people in Colorado back in 2012 in a theater. He had seen a psychologist and had homicidal, suicidal thoughts with the psychologist. The psychologist didn't do anything about it. And they didn't take any action because he never said a concrete plan of going and killing people. But then he did. So there were people that knew, something was wrong with this gentleman, that he probably shouldn't possess a gun, and it still happened. Another example is Sung Hui Cho. He also had mental problems since he was a child. He worked with 2 different school counselors all the time, talking about his issues. And that was just 2 years before he ended up killing 32 people and wounded 17 others total at Virginia Tech University in 2007. He was diagnosed with a mood disorder back in 2005 and hospitalized overnight, ordered by a judge, and he was supposed to receive outpatient treatment continuing after he got out, and that never happened, never got reported, and he was somehow able to still have possession of a gun. So we need to do a better job as far as ourselves, as doctors, physicians, law enforcement, to report these type of things in criminal record or behaviors, so we can try to help avoid the purchase of guns from individuals that do have mental health conditions that could cause serious harms to others, which has continued to happen through history. Another main topic about gun control laws that I think plays into it is criminal record. So I don't feel that anybody that has a criminal record should possess a gun. And be able to purchase one, period. It's, again, there's been many situations that have proven that there's misses on that, that criminal records aren't reported by certain agencies or states to the FBI. So that when someone goes in to buy a gun, and they are given that background check, which has been in place for 25 years when it comes to gun control, the background check is going to fail if that state or agency in law enforcement where they were convicted did not report it to the FBI. So then you have individuals with, again, guns again that shouldn't have the guns, that have proven their history before that they're dangerous and a harm to society. An example is a gentleman named Gary Martin. In 1994, he brutally beat and wounded and stabbed his girlfriend, threatened to kill her. He lied about when he went in to purchase the gun, as far as his reasoning too of why he was purchasing the gun. The state of Illinois, where he got convicted, caught their mistake, sent him just a letter that he had to give up his gun, but that didn't happen. And so because they missed that, they could have avoided that purchase he made of that gun. He later then got fired from his job and went in and killed 5 of his coworkers out of anger, and again relating back to the mental health illness, and he had a criminal record, so it was never reported, so he ended up purchasing a gun and he shouldn't have had one. Another very alarming situation was by a gentleman named Devin Kelly. He was a former Air Force man. In 2012, he assaulted his then wife and stepson. He was punished under Air Force in their facilities for jail. The Air Force failed to report his conviction and the trouble that he got in to the FBI. Later on, he went and purchased an assault rifle that the Air Force was aware of, but again, it never got reported as far as to the FBI, that his criminal history, that he showed to be, abusive and threatening and harming others. He ended up killing 26 people in the church in Texas in 2017. So if the Air Force had not failed to report his criminal record, again, that sale of that gun could have been avoided and stopped. The third part or piece to gun control laws is the black market. So that's a tough one as far as us trying to really get a control over guns in the country, because we know there's going to be a black market even outside of the country. So how do we control that? Which I know we may never be able to, but there's still many things that we can do as far as regarding the mental health and their criminal record to ensure to the agencies, states are all reporting these things to the FBI. So the background check that we've had in place for years does work successfully and saves many more lives than at least it's failing to save right now. And 2, with the black market, of course, it's always been illegal. So if we are at least catching some of these criminals that are participating in the black market of selling or purchasing guns, there's huge consequences, and it's a felony arrest. So I guess if one doesn't care about not spending the rest of their life in prison, then they'll just continue to participate in the black market. But others may, think about that a little longer and not take the risk and just not choose to participate in the black market. So to summarize everything up, between mental health, criminal record reporting, failure to report issues, and the black market, those are the 3 top things that I think, are a huge focus in order to try to gain control over guns in our country, and so we can do something about it. If we fight all together to try to do this, then I think things will come into place. We can save more lives and save our children. So, just think, take a look at your child, your family, your friends right now, and think about possibility of getting a phone call one day saying that that person is gone and lost because they were part of a shooting of someone that had possession of a gun. They shouldn't have had possession of a gun. And then you even learn too that this person had a criminal record, showed those behaviors, had every sign given to a doctor, everything, and everybody failed to report. So I leave you with this: if you see something, say something. Thank you.